What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And as y'all can see, we got my guy Chris on the screen. Chris, what's good with you, baby?
What's good with you, bro?
Lakers in 7. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we got to go game 7 the whole way through. That's tough, bro. That's tough. I mean, look, that's interesting. That's interesting. Maybe we'll talk about it a little later on. Maybe we'll talk about it a little later on. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Listen here. We got Chris back on the screen looking nice. You know what I'm saying? You was looking a little cloudy earlier there, my boy. Like it was looking quite grainy. I'm like, damn, I hope it's not like that for the whole episode. That's tough. That's hurtful. And it's hurt too, because like the people who listen to this for the audio aspect aren't really going to understand the struggle I'm having to deal with on the editing aspect. It's like, it's tough. But you're back. I'm glad to see it. And I'm glad you're here because we got a lot to talk about for this division. So, it's a nice restart. So let's go ahead and restart with the Southwest Division. Now, I'm sorry. That's what we talked about last time. Northwest Division. Yep. Now, we got here some interesting teams. But speaking of stepping up that mantle, I want to get your thoughts. We're going to transition. We've been talking too much about the Blazers now. I didn't want to talk too much about Nurkic. I'm going to switch it over to the Jazz, the Utah Jazz. They've been very surprising. Last year, I think the biggest surprise was Lauri Markkanen. And, giving you 26, 9, 2, 0.6 steals and blocks on 50, 39, and 88 splits playing in 66 games, Chris. That's nothing to scoff at. Do you expect Lauri Markkanen to have a repeat performance?
It's a mixer. It's a mixer of both. The only reason why is I understand he was in Chicago. That didn't work out. I understand he was in Cleveland. That didn't work out. He needs to go to a spot where he can be the man. Now, I'm not going to lie. It caught me off guard when he was an all-star back in Utah. But I would be shocked if he had another, but more and better season this year. I think that he's going to do good. Mm-hmm. But I would be shocked if he had another season like that.
Okay, now let's pull up his stats real quick because again, I gave you all his stats overall. Right now, looking at Lauri, we have here, and I rounded up. It's 25.6 with 26, 9, 2 on 50, 39, 88 splits with the defense the way it was 0.6 across the board for steals and blocks. Now, if you're looking at his stats, right, which again, stats aren't everything. I think last season was more so about him coming out, gaining that confidence, if you will, right? Mm-hmm. So, because if you look at his numbers now, all right, well, 25, 20, that's cool. But he was giving me 19 his second season. Folks don't remember that. Like, folks don't remember we had 19, 9, 1.4, most steals, same blocks, like that. So he's been here around before. And he's about, how old is he at that point in time? 21. So now we're talking about a 25-year-old Lauri Markkanen. So if you're asking me, do I think he's going to repeat his performance 26, 9, 2? Yes. Like, yes.
Really?
Especially with who the hell is on Utah right now? Realistically. Like, look at the roster they had last season. And we were surprised. You have Colin Sexton. All right, that's cool. Frank Jackson. I do not remember when Frank was actually on the team. That's crazy. But all right, Colin Sexton, Chris Dunn played well.
I think.
Hold on. Let me. I don't even care if Frank Jackson's on the team. Like Taylor Horton talking. No, seriously. I'm only talking about players who are actually getting burned. Like Jordan Clarkson, Abaji got some burn. Toscano Anderson got a little tick. Lauri, obviously, like Walker Kessler, like these players got burned. Who's better than Lauri Markkanen on that team right now? The only person who's even comparable is Jordan Clarkson. Okay. No. I'm talking about Clarkson. Like that's the only person that I can say, you know what, maybe he's a little bit better than him. So like, or not maybe a little bit better. Maybe he's on parish with Lauri, but still, it's Lauri's for the taking easily. So unless they bring in somebody big name, I don't expect Lauri to take a drop off. Even with folks studying Lauri the way he like with a whole season worth of footage. Because what if again going back to what he done before? Yes, these numbers look a little low in comparison. Cleveland, you're in that's your first time with the team. It's a little different. And I want to say you had Clarkson, you had Sexton on that squad too. So you got Sexton, you got Garland, you got two trigger happy point guards. Garland is a pass first point guard, but you got him and Sexton leading the helm. Of course, he's gonna be at the lower ranks, and then they got a battle with Jared Allen, like who's a rim protector who pairs well with them. So now you got to play a stretch four or you got to like be on the perimeter a lot more. That's tough. Chicago, you get a whole bunch of random players. Zach LaVine's on your squad, a couple other players. You lose a little bit of confidence because now some new all-star on your team. He has that confidence now, so I expect him to have that repeat performance. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens with Lauri Markkanen and that Jazz team because they are kind of interesting to watch for me personally.
They got they got some real good rookies this year. So
yeah, but do you expect those rookies to cut into his production?
probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. From a green light perspective, Lauri should be able to repeat his performance. Like if you start bringing in additional players, maybe his production drops. But like I could very well see Lauri getting another All-Star nod this season because I could see the Utah Jazz being in that playoff hunt, and because of that, and the Utah Jazz
Play in
fan
or
base,
play off?
it's tricky. I'd say fringe playoff, but like play in hunt, play
Okay.
in hunt. They were ahead of the pack along like early on in the season. That was because two injuries happened. So unless a whole bunch of injuries happen again and they aren't injured, they should be in that play in race. But we'll see how that one shakes. But I mean, ladies and gentlemen, that about covers the Western Conference. Chris, I don't know if you got anything else you wanted to add before we close up shop, but I greatly appreciate you, my boy. And as y'all know, y'all definitely see him. Y'all will see him up here again as well. Stay tuned for the Carter albums to drop. We got that coming out of the way. So he got some EPs working on them right now, but we'll have it out coming soon before long. But Chris, do you have anything you want to say for the close up shop?
Once again, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you,
I
bro.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Lakers in 7 is really aggressive, by the way. I just wanted to reiterate that. That's going to be a really gruesome, tiring playoffs. I'm telling you right now. But I mean, hey, maybe if we win the championship and we do it all in 7 games, maybe Braun retires. I don't know. We'll see how it shakes. But ladies and gentlemen, please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you all have a good one. Take care. Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, kid.